Intuition guides you to what you feel is right. Remove people who say can't. What I mean by this is you can learn something from even the janitor who cleans up at the end of the gig. Sometimes the best advice for your career is found in strange places. Accept that wherever you are learning. I do that to this day. I remember a talk I got one time from a guy when I was starting out who told me this story about how he wanted to move to America from Cuba. He said he would try and try to make it here, but he kept failing to realize the goal. His family thought he was crazy for not giving up on that goal and accepting the $300 a year life in Cuba, but he resisted. He must have made 30 failed boat attempts to make it here. All he dreamt of was to be free and refused to listen to give up or to give up. He just learned to adapt new ideas to his goals and abandon the ones that proved to be unsuccessful. Finally, after 15 years and almost dying of scurvy and dehydration, on his final attempt, he made it to the Florida shores. He's now the owner of a restaurant here in Vegas and makes a six-figure salary. His mantra to me was simple yet poignant. He said, never give up on what your dreams are. If you stop trying, you have the answer. You're done. I didn't get my break in the music business until I was 30 years old. And I know others who waited even longer, so stay in the game. Believe in yourself without being arrogant. Listen at least as much as you speak, if not more. Pick people's brains who have been successful and be energetic. Success doesn't happen by chance, my friends. It's the combined effort of intelligence, timing, a game plan, motivation, and most of all, a positive outlook. A synergy of free will and fate. Be a leader, not a follower. If your band sounds like any other band that you can pinpoint that's out there, count that project as your woodshedding period and keep an eye out for a band that sets the trends and doesn't follow them. Practice your instrument. I can't tell you how shocked I am at how little new younger musicians listen to and pay attention to the feel of the music they create. Buy a drum machine and a metronome and pay attention to where you are in reference to the attack of your hands in the instrument and the beats or the click of your time counter. Singers as well, not by thinking about it, but by feeling it. Drummers, if your song starts out at 100 BPM on your recording and you're doing it at 135 live, why? Calm down. It doesn't make people more hyped up live by playing songs so much faster. That's a myth. Just like the myth that the faster and harder you have sex with the woman, the more you're going to please her. Wrong again. Finesse is what makes for great music. Dynamics, peaks and valleys, the motion of the ocean. So many musicians I hear nowadays are not listening to the musicians around them and play strictly for themselves. Let the drummer set the rhythmic value and listen. Really learn from where the front and the back of the beat are and how to place your hits with finesse. I always say from the heart to the hands, to the drums, to the audience, to God. This is the kind of stuff that makes the difference between a great band and a good band. When you practice your instrument, close your eyes and feel your body vibrate with the sound. You can hum it first if you have to connect to it. It's sort of Zen-like. The more connected you are to the music itself, the more lethal your music will be to people around you. There's an old joke, what do you call a guy who hangs out with musicians? A drummer. But seriously, I think every musician, including singers, should learn how to play the drums to some degree. Not drum lessons per se, but even just a drum pad and a metronome will suffice. Rhythm is the key to everything in life. 80% of new musicians are used to the day and age of computers, where you don't have to know how to play anything, or even sing a tune for that matter. It's just chop, cut, copy, and paste. Very sad indeed. If you are addicted to the computer to make your music sound good, you really aren't that good in my opinion. And it even shows up in how your music sounds. Sterile, unfeeling, like the Cher song, Do You Believe? If your vocals sound like ELO when all that's been done is that they've been auto-tuned, time for more vocal lessons. Try this experiment. I'm almost done. Open it up to you guys. Book an hour of studio time and get all your instruments isolated from one another. Then make a demo, no overdubs. Vocals and backups should be included. Set no click tracks, set no tempos and metronomes to start the song. Just have the drummer count in the songs and play through them with no overdubs. Then make a mix of each instrument to the drums and have each member take home a copy of their performance and each other's performances with the drums and scrutinize them. It will be an eye-opening experience, I promise you. I can tell right away when I watch a band who listens and who doesn't, who plays the drums and who doesn't, and who has confidence when they play and who doesn't. You should learn this skill as well. It will not only make you a better musician, bandmate, songwriter, I believe it will make you a better addition to society. How you approach art is similar to how you approach life. Do it with finesse, integrity, and style. Write songs until your head turns blue, purple, yellow, red, and orange. Singers read books by William Burroughs, Bukowski, and become educated. Write, read, trial and error. Turn the television off. It rots your brain, it robs your creativity. Say something new and different with a twist. Be authentic. Every word you sing, every note you play, translate emotion to people. Be in the moment, make goals, stick to them. Visualize them when you go to sleep at night, materialize your success. As hippy-dippy as that sounds, it really works. As far as the whole music business side of this whole thing, I'm going to let the people who understand how the music biz beast has changed since my band got signed. Because it has a lot to do with the internet, MySpace, pure volume, and building a big story in advance. The old formula of write a big hit, get a deal, and make lots of money from your record deal are over. People like Robert on this panel will be great deal value to you in this department. He knows the name of the game now, will have great advice. I'm not going to kid you and say you picked an easy road for your lives, but I guess it sure as hell beats digging ditches, right? Not that there's anything wrong with that. One last thing. If you're a musician flying solo, or a musician that has the skills I have mentioned and wants to go and try the route of becoming a hired gun musician, speak with me. If I can see the passion and confidence in your eyes, I have a friend's number to share with you. It will help you on your way to finding a gig. Thank you all for your time, and thank you, Tim and Brian, for putting together a place where musicians can go and share ideas. Thanks for welcome. I won't say anything else.
That's it, thank you. Now,